So hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is the Kia Sonet. Well, this comes under the sub 4 meter, or we can say it comes in the segment of compact SUV. Well, it looks kind of muscular, which competes with the Ford EcoSport, Tata Nexon, Mahindra XUV 300. And this is the front side of this car. You get LED setup. However, the fog lamps happens to be projector, but they are halogen, means it is yellow. This is the grille of the Kia Sonet, which is a typical Kia style. You get crown headlight LED lights, and this is the lower bumper of this car. Well, this car has ground clearance of 211 mm, so it is quite high, which is very comfortable to go in and out in this car with a proper height, and it can also go off-road. I mean, not off-road typically, but you can go over potholes and you can encounter them. Now let's see the side profile of this car. Well, this is the side profile of this car. It looks so sporty and muscular. Well, these are the tires. This happens to be 16 inches. You get front disc, but you don't get any disc brakes on the over the rear. And there you see the body cladding runs through the car to reduce the visual bulk, and this is some sort of fake diffuser to enhance the look of this car to look more sportier and more muscular. Well, TGDI written over there, just in case you don't know which car this is. Well, this is the petrol variant, and this happens to be the turbo GDI engine. That's why this badging is for. You get Sonet logo over here, a Kia, and a reverse parking camera. Well, the lights are done in a very beautiful way. It starts from here and then goes all the way till here. However, this particular line does not light up. It's not functioned that way, but it looks quite continuous and spontaneous. You get a rear wiper, high stop lamp, subtle spoiler, and roof rails. So let's now jump into the rear passenger seats. The doors open wide, so that's a good thing, and you get dual tone interiors. You get Bose sound system, so in terms of sound output, it provides you great amount of sound. Well, this is the leg room and knee room. Under thigh support is good. You get AC vents over here, a smart purifier, and USB socket, and you can keep there is a cubby hole. Well, there is no scooped out seat backs, but you get a magazine holder over here. There is a small quadrilateral window which brings a kind of light inside the cabin, so you don't feel any claustrophobic sitting rear seats. Two adjustable headrest along with an center armrest with twin cup holders. I kind of like this interiors. You get massive door pockets to keep to accommodate 1 liter bottle. So let's check out the boot space of this Kia Sonet. Well, the boot is kind of deep, so you can increase the boot carrying capacity, and the seats does not fold into 60-40 split, so that's a great drawback. And the boot carrying capacity happens to be 392 liters, and this is the parcel shaft, and there it closes with a proper third. Now exhaust happens to be over there on the right side, The bumper look kind of aggressive in the rear with some sort of fake diffuser, but still it's kind of muscular and fresh in the compact SUV segment. And there it says IMT because this particular variant is the IMT variant. And this is the request sensor, which is only present on the driver side, not on the co-driver side. This is the switch gear of the Kia Sonet, which is same which we see in the Kia Seltos. 4 tweeters, 4 speakers, and also a subwoofer, which I'll show you. Well, this is the subwoofer. So in terms of sound output, this car has the best sound output ever. Let me just turn on the car. And there it goes, the system check. Well, the speedometer cluster is changed in the Kia Sonet. On the leftmost you get the tachometer, and on the right side you get fuel gauge and temperature gauge. In the center there is a small MID and a digital speedometer. Well, you can toggle through with this button and this. With these 2 buttons you can toggle over the MID. Let me just show you. This is the compass, tire pressure monitoring system, and this is the driver information. And by this switch you can toggle through. It also shows the distance to empty. It gets automatic headlamps and automatic rain sensing wipers along with the voice commands. And the switch quality is also very great. You get cruise control, and this is the steering. It says Sonet over there, and this is the infotainment system which we see in every Kia car with the 3 customizable layouts. You get the map, which is very slick to use, no lag whatsoever, so that's a good thing. Then this car gets the Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all that connectivity features. If I put in reverse, see, it has adaptive guidelines in the reverse parking camera, so that is also a very good thing. These are the controls of the ACs. Well, this car gets ventilated seats. Now, no one has ever thought about it, but Kia has. These are the ventilated seats. It does not get any heat function, so that's a good part. This is the rear camera. While driving, you can turn on this and it will display you the reverse parking camera. This is the storage space over here. You get 12-volt charging socket, a USB and a fast charger USB. Well, this USB is for infotainment system. A small mobile holder placement over there. Well, the AC is powerful, chills the cabin in no time. This is the glove box. Decent size, not quite deep. No soft touch plastics. Everywhere is the hard plastic. You don't get any heads up display. So there are a few features which is present in the Seltos but not in the Sonet, such as Sonet provides ventilated seats but Seltos does not provide that, so that is the thing. A sunroof, let me just show you. Not quite large, small, compact, but adequate for this car. This is the sun visor. No mirrors, only mirror but no light placement over there. So yes, this is it. 1 liter bottle holder capacity, and this is the manual transmission. Well, IMT. Cubby space, 2 cup holders along with a particular key slot placement, so that's a good thing. And also you can put your phone over there. Physical handbrake and a cubby space over here, which is also and purifier. and in this you can keep your perfume. You get a dead pedal over there, so that's a good thing. So now let me show you the engine bay. No hydraulic studs whatsoever, and this is the Turbo GDI motor, which is 3-cylinder 1-liter engine. So yes, that's a teeny tiny engine, but oh boy, this car's performance is way too good, and we'll talk that while driving. So yes, this is pretty much it, and let's get driving. So this is the key of this car, and there it rose to life. Now first gear, well, this is the IMT, so there is no clutch, so my left leg is on rest, and here we go. Now what we are going to do is the suspension test. We are going to see how good the suspension calibration is done in this Kia Sonet over the bad potholes or the bad roads, because as this is a compact SUV and it has a ground clearance of 211 mm, let's see how it encounters the bad roads. As I have started my driving over the very bad road, which is full of potholes and an ideal road for suspension test for this Kia Sonet, which comes to a conclusion that it has some sort of stiffer suspension, but it is quite okay because I'm driving very fast, and although this car is a bit tall, so yes, there is a lot of movement going inside the cabin. So the body roll is very well contained, although this car is a bit high with the good amount of ground clearance, and also quite tall as this come under the compact SUV. So still there is very well good contained body roll, so over the bad roads you can go easily with this car with no worries at all. Now as this is the 1-liter 3-cylinder petrol engine, which is called the Turbo GDI, well, there are 3 mainly engines, 2 petrol, which is one I'm driving is the 1-liter 3-cylinder and the other is the 1.2-liter 4-cylinder petrol engine. There is only one diesel engine, which is 1.5 4-cylinder, which gives a good amount of horsepower and torque. Although the horsepower which I'm producing from this 1-liter petrol engine is more than the diesel, so that's a good thing. And also it is channeled with 7-speed DCT gearbox and an AMT. Well, what is basically an IMT? Well, IMT is basically an intelligent manual transmission. Well, it does not need any clutch whatsoever because there is a sensor inside the gearbox. So whenever you feel you want to shift, the sensor will engage and it will automatically engage the clutch to shift gears. Well, this happens to be 6-speed IMT gearbox, which is very easy. And first of all, for the new users, there will be some sort of problem because they are used to with the manual gearbox with the clutch, but in this it is quite independent. It gives the exact feel of manual, just the difference is there is no clutch, so your left foot can get a good amount of rest. It's like you feel you are driving an automatic, so that's a good thing. In cities, this is a good option if you want to choose a manual but you want ease for your left foot. This IMT is the best option. You can hear that rev noise, although there is a good insulation, but still NVH level is not what I've thought or expected, because Kia Seltos, which I driven before, has a good NVH level, although it was a petrol, but still it was quite silent. Now being a 3-cylinder, it makes a kind of noise, but that is okay. Now you can feel that 172 Newton meters of torque, you know, after the 2000 or 3000 or around 2 or 3000 RPM, you can literally feel that your car is being pulled by that torque. And with this IMT gearbox, without clutch makes your drive more easier. Well, as this car runs on 16 inches, you can hear that tire noise inside the cabin, so that's a great disappointment. There is no good NVH level, but still, with the media totally shut off, with the ACs, so you can hear, but while normally you can drive, you won't hear much of the tire noises or the outside noise which comes into the cabin. So yeah, in terms of stability, the suspension calibration is perfect on the highways. You can feel the stiffness of the suspension and control over the steering and the road. You can feel that the tires, the steering is connected to the road, so that's a good calibration of the steering. You don't feel any lag, or you would say center dead, so that's a good way of steering you feel on the highways. Now the red line comes at around past 6500 rpm. It gives you the great stability while driving on highways with speed, so you don't feel any lack of confidence while driving in speed, control, or in the braking performance. So that's a good thumbs up to the Kia Sonet. This IMT gearbox was introduced by the Hyundai Venue. The amount of feature this car provides is either the glass sliding or never thought before, just like the ventilated seats. So yes, this is Kia Sonet and I'm Nitya Chauhan. I hope you like this video, then please like it and subscribe if you want more videos from my side, and share this video to your car enthusiast buddy. So yes, this is Nitya Chauhan signing off. Bye bye, take care.